Well, Pika has released 2.1, and it's not that long ago that they released 2.0, which was a nice upgrade. Now, I've been using Pika for quite a while, so let's compare a similar prompt all the way back to 1.0 to 1.5, 2.0, and now 2.1. Here we are back in the day, a model walking down a city street with pink gloves. And we can't even really see the pink gloves. And as we can see, it's rather cartoonish, but this is the early days. Not even a year ago. But Pika certainly improved with 1.5. Let's take a look. 1.5 is very impressive. As you can see, there are the pink gloves. There's the model walking down the street. And you can see there's some issues with some people. But for the most part, it is a really good shot. Even to this day, I would accept this from many of the video models. And they took it a step further with 2.0. Let's take a look. And here's Pika 2.0. Pika is really that unsung hero in the video generative area because they keep improving with big gains. And look at this, 2.0, nice model walking down the street with pink gloves. The people in the background look good. And the movement is at a normal pace. It's not slow motion. Really nice. So does 2.1 improve that much more? Well, here we are, 2.1, and nice natural movement with pink gloves down the middle of the street. We had a little incident there on the side with the cabs. It actually looks like the one cab hits the other, and it actually looks like they have an accident, but the other cab tends to disappear. But looking back at the model, really a good look. Solid. Is it that much of an improvement? I'm not sure. So let's look at some of our other examples. As you know, our friend Grocket has been used in quite a few of our videos, and Pika 2.0 certainly was what I considered the best out of all the models in terms of the overall look. Let's take a peek at what 2.0 did. So 2.0 had nice emotion, there was movement, and then she flew off into the sky. And it looked really good compared to other models that we can compare. For example, Kling, really nice look with Kling 1.6, good emotion and movement, and she does fly off, but she doesn't have any wings, which is not a requirement, but I still thought Pika was a little bit better. Minimax looks good, nice look, but she left her sticks behind, and she flew off into a background that really is fake. It looks like an old Disney cartoon background with very little detail. So back to Pika, let's take a look and see how 2.1 did. So here's 2.1, and we have some really nice emotion, good quality, but she takes the stick with her. But look at the quality of that stick. That's really nice. But it's not exactly what we wanted. The wings aren't great. I think the wings were better on 2.0. And I'm not so sure. Now, let's redo. Let's give both of them a second chance, 2.0 and 2.1. So let's start off with 2.0, and we can regenerate it from the library. We regenerated this video from the library because only 2.1 is available now. And looking at it, the wings are okay, and she flies off. She doesn't take the branch, and it looks pretty good. So 2.0, I think, is still better than the 2.1, but now let's give 2.1 a second chance. And here's our second chance with 2.1, nice emotion, and she does fly off, nice wings, but again, there's something with the stick here, and it just doesn't work. I'm not sure what the deal is, but it's not working out. So I'm going to give Grocket's 2.0 Pika the thumbs up and say there's some issues with 2.1. So we've tried the model walking down the street. We've tried Grocket. Let's go back to the old standard, the husky running through a daisy field. This is a prompt that a lot of different generators really have had trouble with. This is what we got with Pika 2.0 when we were testing out the husky running through a daisy field as one of our standard prompts. And it really did have trouble. It was falling. The motion wasn't great. The eyes, which is usually a prominent feature in the other generators, were pretty much not there at all for Pika 2.0. So what did Pika 2.1 do? Here we are with Pika 2.1, and the contrast is much better, but the motion still is a little bit off compared to some of the others. For example, here is Kling 1.5, which is really nice. The movement's great, and it's very colorful. And Kling 1.6 looks good, but again, I think 1.5 was better for Kling. So it's interesting to see how some of the models improve in certain areas but don't improve in others as we move forward. As I mentioned, Pika has been the unsung hero of the video generators, the AI video generators, and I really do think they do a good job. They've been innovated. Ingredients was a nice innovation that others have copied. So they are a leader. And as you can see, with the right prompt, many of the images are excellent. But of course, we're trying to push it to the extremes. So let's do one last thing. If you saw the video Polo AI versus Dvid AI, you would have seen this video clip of a knight boxing a chicken. And the knight was excellent. The chicken morphed a lot and wasn't great, but it was a nice clip, and I was rather impressed. So I thought, hey, let's check it out with the new Pika 2.1. And here we are, knight boxing a chicken with Pika 2.1. Now, we've not done this prompt with 2.0, so we can't really compare. But I think the Polo was much better. The knight really does morph. The chicken's fine, but, even the chicken morphs. So I'm going to say that Polo did a better job in this situation. We'll continue to compare the different AI video generators. What is your experience with Pika 2.1 versus 2.0 and the other generators? Each of us use different prompts and get different results, and your opinion counts. So put them in the comments below, and we'll continue to explore the world of creative AI. And of course, don't forget the podcast every Monday where we are two creative guys talking AI.